Hello everyone, I'm Ganesh Nenar, a software engineer at 5 by 3. Today I'm here to showcase one of our flagship use cases that were made for sales in pharma industry. As the name says, smarter sales, faster growth. That's exactly the purpose behind creating this application. So when we talk about all these big pharma manufacturing companies, we are now trying to leverage their AI technology to standardize and automate its sales workflow to make sure the process of sales is much more efficient than before and trying to optimize it and trying to identify new cross-selling opportunities. But in the meanwhile, currently the process is completely manual, and the majority of the time, these sales representatives involved in this process are just spending it on researching rather than selling. This is mainly because they're using traditional ML models which lack real-time data because they're trained on historical records, and the contextual intelligence is something that they completely lack. And as a result, no personalized insights or strategy recommendation they get. And they have to spend a lot of time to bring out these information, prepare their notes, and then get to the customers and then get the things going, which in the process consumes a lot of tools and workload and stress to them, which makes it super hectic for these sales capabilities and make them unproductive. And all these tools that they use throughout this process make the process super hectic. That's exactly where our solution comes in. It tries to reduce this manual efforts from which used to take about days to weeks, now just takes a couple of minutes. And because now you as a sales representative might not have to go to places and get the things done, you just need to drop a query and things come to you that exactly you need. We are trying to bridge that gap between the data insights and real-time client engagement with a multiple of agents that we have brought in. Solution packs it in and that optimizes the sales operation, ensuring faster decision, better features, higher conversation. And not just that, it also improves the productivity and overall mental health of all the sales representatives. So what exactly did we build? We have a unified chat interface. So you get into the application, you drop a query, our orchestrator agent is super intelligent to take care of exactly what you need. Based on your query, we call the predictive agent or market agent or the conversational agent and all the tools behind it. We have the machine learning groundedness for predictions. We have the search and market research data that the market agent uses to get you your exact concise information. We also have conversational agent which remembers all the action points, takeaways, key pointers that you discussed in the previous calls. The goal here is we are trying to help the sales representatives out there in the pharma industry. We're trying to focus on the sales managers who are there in designing these strategies and helping and tracking all the sales process that's happening in an organization. We are also offering support for the executives at the C-level, try to understand the insights or exactly what they need about the product, about the team, etc. All that information all at once, and they don't have to go to somewhere, it comes to them at one place. So that's the goal behind it. We're harnessing data such as pharma order history and sales data. We are trying to use customer segmentation data, demographics, pricing and distributor information, live market and competitor sales data, transcripts from sales and meetings and the distributor meetings that happens. Let me explain those agents with a demo. Well, I have a question here. So this is my question. Yeah. So there you go. The question is about comparing a product. I'm taking up a random product from a random big pharma company. For example, I've taken up Ozempic from Novo Nordisk and a Monjaro from Eli Lilly. And I wanted to focus on key differences like efficacy, pricing, market research, market share rather, from Novo Nordisk perspective. For example, if a sales representative from Novo Nordisk industry, so I'm trying to understand it, I need some information, and also I need it to help me so that I can create and implement some strategies. So this is exactly, you can come to a website, drop in your query. It could be related to market research. There's a special dedicated agent called as a market research agent, which runs on the back end. It tries to harness the market research data that your company has gathered and kept. It uses all that information. It picks out what is necessary. It tries to understand what exactly you need, and it tries to fetch those information, resize it in a consumable, concise and precise manner, exactly what you need. And not just that, it also goes onto the internet. It tries to harness the information like what exactly are the current status, what is the market shares, what are the pitfalls, what are the events that are happening, considers everything and gives you a quantified information back to you. That's exactly, as you could see, based on the information, it's trying to give me a concise comparison of those two products from those two counterparts. And there you go, efficacy. It mentions one of the products having better efficacy, while the other one is much more affordable. And then we have something like a market share, again a point that you need to be aware of the current happening, which is also taken care. Then we have strategies, that is in predictor, like how we can enhance like safety, we can develop more on put more money on the risk R&D, etc, etc. And we also have a visualization which actually helps you to visualize those quantified information that is offered to you. So that is an added feature which helps you to quickly grasp what exactly you need. So imagine if you're just running out of time, and just before the time you hop on to the system and drop a question, that's exactly, it gives you quick insights of whatever you need. Let me ask another question. So this is going to be totally different module of questions. So I'm having a meeting with the distributor. I want to understand what was my last call, who was it, to get, I don't remember who is it, right? So I try to understand what exactly it remembers about the past call, so that I can mention what are key topics that I can talk about. So there you get an example that I given out, again a random information. It's about this particular company, this one so distributor, last call was on this day, and the conversation was with this person, and so key points were discussed. And again, there you go. So all this information at an instant for you. This is exactly at the back end, our sales conversation agent takes care of this. It keeps track of all the interaction that happens, it stores it, and gives you exactly, helps you out to prepare for a meeting. Followed by, we have another agent which helps you with, say for example, you have the sales data. Sales data is definitely accessible. The traditional way of doing this is having a dashboard and letting the user to skim through that and to get what they need instantly. That is not possible always, right? That exactly where we have an agent dedicated for this. I'm going to ask a total sales and demand in the Poland region. Again, demand is something that is coming out from those traditional models that we have at the ground level. So that insight from those traditional models are picked up. We have given it to an agent named as Predictive agent, which actually predicts the demand. And also, there you go, a summarized information. This gives you an exact and natural language format. It tells you what is the current status, and it also tells you what are likely the demand is going to rise on a current basis of the data that we have. We also have some traditional dashboards in place. This just to have an overview. You can filter it out, you can go on, you have multiple visualizations out there, and all at one place. You don't have to go to any other place. Everything is in place. There you go, again, top distributors, top customers. We talk about the cities, we talk about channels and sales and so on. We have complete information about this. And we can also, as a sales manager, you can also have a look at how your sales team is performing, like maybe the team wise. We can have different charts for that. And there you go. That's pretty much it about a use case.